Hello YouTube! Thank you for tuning in again, and today I would like to do a quick review of the first Bioshock game. And many people consider the first Bioshock by Irrational Software as one of the greatest games of all time. Now, truth be told, the underwater utopia that once was Rapture is highly unique for a setting in a game, and is really beautifully realized, lots of atmosphere, and the opening moments of Bioshock are some of the greatest I've ever seen in any game, maybe since the train ride in the first Half-Life game, if you remember that. Now, the attention to detail in the levels is also very astonishing, and especially I love the audio logs you will find along the way or throughout the game that really flesh out the characters that once inhabited Rapture and the events that sort of led to the uh, destruction or the downfall of Rapture.
Son of a bitch, left me to freeze. Oh, I've got a pose all picked out for you.
Also worth noting is the sound design is again is really good. It's really good. Lots of different sound effects that really add to the atmosphere. The hissing, the cracking of a water, the cracking of a window where there's this ocean behind it, the dripping of water. It's all production values are really high here, and it makes you really wonder how a $500 million game like Destiny could sort of fuck that up, with the voice acting at least. So that is, it's really a testament of great design in terms of graphics and sound. You know, Bioshock really is that game. Unfortunately, the gameplay itself doesn't really hold up that well, and I'll explain that. It's very much a corridor shooter. There's nothing wrong with that, but the level design or the layout of the levels sometimes is outright confusing. Sometimes there's this arrow pointing in some kind of general direction where you need to go, but you'll be walking around in circles until you realize you need to take a kind of elevator down or up. So it's really confusing. And the map in this game, the map is really bad. You know, I've never seen a first-person shooter or any game with such a bad map. Really, it doesn't help you in any form or way. It's really bad. So yeah, that really hinders gameplay. Now the shooting in Bioshock, because it's a first-person shooter, the shooting is not that great either, and makes you really wonder why there are actually traditional weapons in this game, and they sort of feel out of place, you know, in this strange world that Rapture is. You'd sort of expect some really wacky weapons, or some really imaginative weapons, or sort of strange variations on familiar weapons, but none of that is here in this game. You know, the shooting itself feels wobbly, imprecise, and guns don't really do a lot of damage. You'd better be off using the powers now. Speaking of which, these powers are really, really a lot of fun to use. You can sort of incinerate, you can electrocute, you can freeze your enemies, or send a wave of bees at them that will attack the enemies. Unfortunately, the problem is that throughout the game you'll fight mostly the same enemy types over and over again, as well as these very, very irritating security bots. That's just not a lot of fun. So in conclusion, it's really great to dive into this game, no pun intended, to really soak up the atmosphere, drown yourself in a world of Rapture, okay, pun intended. So that's really the main attraction here, the atmosphere, the setting, the story, the characters, not so much the shooting, but still, all in all, this game gets a thumbs up. And I thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of Bioshock. I know it's a shame I haven't played this game before. I know, but you know, better late than never. Thanks for watching.